He's dead.
They're sure it's Peter. They've identified the body. It's a positive ID.
Mason is at the morgue taking care of that right now. Apparently, Peter did what he said he was going to do in the note. Simple case of suicide.
It's over. It's really over.
Yes, kitten. It is over. Now you can begin to relax and forget.
And maybe I can relax.
It's going to be all right, sweetheart. Everything is going to be all right.
What am I going to do, Daddy?
Do? I'll tell you exactly what you're going to do. You're going to become that strong young woman that I have watched you grow into for the past 3 months. You're going to put all this horror behind you and get on with your new life.
Yeah, that old Capitol motto, right? Stalwart, sturdy, and stout.
Well, it happened to get me through some tough times. I can't see where it won't help you.
I got that. And I have a Perkins now. And what are we, Perkins?
Well, let's see. Stout, sturdy, what was that last
Stalwart.
one? That's us. Stalwart to the end.
Good. Sense of humor. Don't the two of you ever lose that?
Not much chance of that, sir.
Sweetheart, I've got an idea. Why don't you two stay here tonight? Now, your room is still made up. We'll have some dinner, and we'll start this new life off right.
Thanks, Dad, but I think we want to be alone.
You understand, sir?
Not this penchant you have for calling me CC. How about for calling me sir? I'd rather have you call me CC, though.
Right. CC.
And, two of you staying together tonight, I think that's a good idea. You go and have yourself a good time, and we'll do this some other time.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Okay.
We'll see
We'll
ya.
do it real soon.
Sure. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Lord knows you deserve it.
He's dead. He's really dead.
I swear, baby, I'll never let anyone hurt you again, I promise.
I don't care what you do with the body, whatever's usually done to these cases.
It was badly cut from hitting the rocks.
Cause of death?
Preliminary examination says drowning.
All right, let's get it over with. Wait a minute. Been a mistake. That's not Peter Flint.
What?
That's not Flint. I mean, he's blonde, about the right age. Didn't anybody look at a picture?
Well, we just assumed.
Well, you assumed wrong. That's not Flint. That means he's still out there, probably still alive. Look, I want every available man in the street. Now, this time, they're not just looking for a body, they're looking for a killer. You got that? Double the guard on my father's estate. We'll keep Kelly there until we found him. What are you waiting for?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
They said you might be here.
What is it?
The sergeant wanted me to tell you that a gun warehouse down on State Street was broken into and an automatic pistol was taken.
It's Peter. Get me to a phone.
Kelly? Kelly! Sweetheart, was that you?
I'm home. And I have a little surprise for you.
Excuse me, please. Has anyone been asking for a Contessa on Monty?
Not that I know of.
All right, thank you very much.
true. She's alive. Sophia Capwell is alive.
Say something, lady?
No, nothing. Lionel doesn't know. He will. I'll wait for just the right moment, then I'll tell him she's alive. Oh, dear God. I don't want him to know. Ever.
I used to be like you. Talking to myself, waking up in strange gutters. Then I realized it was the booze. Booze was eating me alive, so I quit. Cold turkey. Boom. That's it. No more. You see this? Club soda. I haven't had a drink in 2 months. Best thing I've ever done. I mean, quitting the bottle.
No matter what, I've got to get this woman out of town and out of my life.
I thought we had an agreement. You were not supposed to leave the hotel without first telling me where you were going.
Let me guess, you followed the cab,
I
right?
bribed the doorman.
Very clever.
Look at this place. What are you doing here?
Marcello, someone has asked me to meet them here. I want you to look at this. And I don't think you should be here because you might frighten them away.
I saw what happened to you on May 3rd, 1969. I saw you on the boat. Meet me at the State Street bar at noon. Come alone. Sophia, I do not like notes that are not signed. It usually means that someone is up to no good. I think I better take you home.
No, not until I find out who sent me this.
Sophia, this is it's a trick. It's a way to lure you into a trap. No doubt some nefarious deed of Lionel's.
I've already talked to Lionel about it. He's as puzzled as I am.
Sophia, I must tell you, I do not like this. It just looks suspiciously like a setup.
Kelly! Kelly! Kelly!
Kelly and Joe left 10 minutes ago. What are you doing here?
Why'd you let him go? That was a big mistake.
What are you talking about? You have your killer. He's on a slab at the morgue.
Guess again. Body that they found wasn't Peter's. It was similar, but it was the wrong man.
That means he's still out there?
Brilliant deduction, Dad. Joe and Kelly say where they were going?
To their apartment. They wanted to spend the evening alone.
Oh, great. I got a report on a break-in at a gun warehouse, too. I don't like the feeling. I have a funny idea it's Peter.
I had them here. I wanted them to stay.
Well, why'd you let him go?
You said you had the body.
Yeah, I also told you not to do anything until I'd made a positive ID. Hello, it's Mason Capwell. Get me Sergeant Wilcox. It's an emergency. If anything goes wrong with those two, I'm going to hold you responsible.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Sergeant, I want an APB put out on Joe and Kelly Perkins. Try their apartment first. Yeah, that's right. Once you've found them, I want them brought back to the Capwell estate immediately. Uh-huh. Yeah, good. Now keep me posted, okay? This was your mistake, Dad. If anything happens to Joe and Kelly, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Say, aren't you that Capwell girl, the one that was kidnapped? Boy, that was some story, just like that Patty Hearst case a couple of years ago.
Okay, pal, it's enough.
Okay. You all right?
I hate this. Everyone's looking at me.
One stupid guy doesn't mean anything.
I don't mean just him. I mean everyone. They're all like looking at me like I'm some kind of freak or something. Can we get out of here, please? I don't want to.
Sure, this is a stupid idea to begin with.
Excuse me. Kelly, I'm Contessa Almonte. We met briefly several weeks ago.
Oh, yes, how are you?
Question is, my dear, how are you?
I'm okay. We were just on our way out the door, though.
I won't hold you. I just want to tell you how relieved I am that you're safe. It's rare these days to have happy endings to a story. I'm very glad for you.
Well, thank you. It's very nice.
Oh, let me introduce you to my stepson. This is Marcello Almonte.
How do you do?
How do you do?
This is, my husband. Hello. Joe Perkins. This is Contessa Armante, and I'm sorry.
Marcello Armonti, how do you do?
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you both, but as Kelly said, we were just leaving.
I understand, and I won't keep you. I just want to tell you that I know you're going to have a long and happy life together.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Sophia, are you all right?
I'll just check the apartment again.
I just don't know how I could have been so careless. Should have realized that it was too easy, too good to be true.
Well, they were headed over there. They haven't gotten there yet. You said 10 minutes?
It's 20 now.
It's a 5-minute drive. That means they must have stopped somewhere else. You got any ideas? No, I didn't think so.
Well, it won't be long now. This time, nobody's gonna get in our way. Not Joe. Not anyone.
You guys! Where have you been? I've been calling everywhere for you.
Oh, we were at the State Street. Sorry we can't stay. We just came to pick up some stuff for a picnic.
Oh.
Have you seen the sun out there? You can't stay inside today?
Help yourself. There's a refrigerator full of leftovers through yonder door.
Thank you. We'll pay you back.
No, wait a minute, partners. You got to hold on. You haven't heard about the party yet.
What party's that?
The party for you, the one I organized about 2 hours ago. Don't ask me why I did it. I'm a wild and crazy person. Listen, okay, I figured a little company, a little dinner in honor of my sister-in-law and her deadbeat husband.
Oh, that must be me.
Oh, Amy, you didn't have to do that.
Listen, we were going to spend a quiet evening at home.
I'm not listening to any excuses. You guys have to come. This party's for you.
Amy, come on. Listen to me.
What?
Kelly's had a hard time. I'm not so sure she's up to a party.
Well, did I say there were going to be a lot of people? No. Just family and a few very small little friends. Really, honestly, I don't even know how many people can make it.
It's really nice of you, Amy.
Tell you what, can we think about it?
Sure. Just as long as you make it, okay? Listen, I'm going to go to the store. And dinner's around 6, appetizers around 5. Really, and don't be late. You're going to love it. You'll have a great time. I promise, okay? See you later.
You want to go, don't you?
Doesn't sound like that big a deal.
All those people, Joe. I don't know.
Personally, if you want my opinion, I'm sure you don't, I think it's exactly what you need. You can't hide out forever.
I wish I could. I wish I could just crawl into a hole somewhere and hide forever.
I know of the perfect place.
Where?
Right here. Under my wing. There's plenty of room. All you've got to do is want it.
Oh, I do. You don't know how much. I don't want it to seem like I don't want to be with you. It's just hard,
Hey, take as much time as you want. We've got our whole lifetime.
I just worry what I'll be like later.
I know. I understand. Does it help when I say I love you?
A lot.
Do you know? I love you so much it hurts.
Will you hold me, please? That's all I want is you to hold me.
Party? You gotta be kidding.
Perkins' girl, Amy, she assured me that it was just a small get-together.
I don't care. I got to get a car over there. Unless, of course, we find Flint first.
What are the chances of that?
About the same as you forgiving me for all the things you think I've done.
Let's not get into that.
No, save your energy for the little woman. One question, Dad. Have you told Gina yet that the reason you're marrying her is to get control of your grandson?
Bravo, Mason. You've just stooped to a new low.
That's the truth, isn't it?
I'm marrying her because I love her.
That's a good one, Dad. You love her, but you've decided not to tell her that you're the grandfather of her adopted son. That's a great way to start off a marriage. Healthy dose of dishonesty.
Get out of my house, Mason.
Yeah,
Get out of here now.
Figures that you haven't told her yet about the inheritance. Maybe you should have. Maybe you would have gotten her in the sack even sooner. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, take a swing at me. We all know how you love a good fight. The old warrior without a war. With nobody else around to fight, you turn on your own children.
Gina is a wonderful woman. I am not going to stand here and have you defile her good name.
Yeah, DeMott, that is a good name. It's too bad she's going to change it to Capwell. Which reminds me, have I told you I'm thinking about changing my own name?
Good. Go ahead. You've got my blessing.
How long before Brandon becomes a Capwell, Dad?
As soon as I can arrange it.
Thought as much.
That's it. That's it. That's what hurts, isn't it? The inheritance.
That money's rightfully mine.
It was yours, Mason. Now it belongs to a 6-year-old boy named Brandon, who I think is probably going to be the hope of the Capwell future.
A bastard child.
Who also happens to be, as you so aptly put it, my grandson.
I wonder if it's possible to hate anyone as much as I hate you.
I don't know.
Oh, don't you? I thought the feeling was mutual.
The last time, Mason. Get out of this house and don't come back.
Careful, Dad. Your worry lines are showing. Sure sign of age. We wouldn't want Gina to know.
Marcello, I've never seen her that way. She's so sad and she's depressed. I'm really worried about her. Can you tell just by looking at her if she'll be all right?
It's difficult to say from such a short meeting. But considering the trauma of her ordeal in the desert, compounded by the rape and assault, there's bound to have been an emotional toll.
I'm worried now that she may reject Joe. She won't even want him around her.
In these cases, it is usually the man that does the rejecting. For the victim, it is not unusual to see a dramatic change in self-image. The more violent the rape, the more chance the victim will be scarred. In Kelly's case, I imagine she feels tainted, infected, unclean.
How will she deal with that?
Everyone reacts differently. Usually there's a period of withdrawal, a fear of public places and strange men. Nightmares, too, are a common after effect. Time and a good therapist will usually get them through.
Then you could help her?
It's a treatable case, yes.
Marcello, would you? Would you help Kelly for me?
Sophia, are you serious? Me help Kelly?
Marcello, you're one of the most respected psychiatrists in all of Europe. If you did, you could hold that same position here in the United States.
If only I had such ambitions.
Marcello, she needs your help. All you would have to do is go to CC and offer your services and explain who you are.
No, it's out of the question, no.
Marcello, darling, we're talking about my daughter here.
I'm sorry, Sophia. Under no circumstance will I go to C.C. Capwell and ask such a thing. It's out of the question.
Right? But do you mind explaining to me why?
It is unethical. It might be construed later when your identity is revealed that we were trying to manipulate the Capwells to take advantage of them.
Marcello, all I want to do is help her.
Well, Cece will find her his own doctors. I'm not the only competent psychiatrist in the Western Hemisphere.
But I want her to have the very best.
Sophia,
Marcello, please. Please, before you make up your mind, for me, just think about it. Consider it.
Yes, of course. For you, I will consider it. Sophia, I have a meeting at the university with the head of the psychology department. He has been after me for weeks. You will be all right alone here?
Yes, I'm only going to stay a few more minutes. I don't think my anonymous friend is going to show up.
Anonymous, yes. Friend, I'm not so sure. Please be careful.
I will, darling. I'll meet you for dinner.
All you have to do is get rid of her, Augusta. You've had worse challenges. Much worse. Contessa! What a surprise to find you here.
I'm here to meet someone. They have yet to arrive.
Well, then you have a few moments.
No, as a matter of fact, I was giving up and going back to my hotel.
Oh, this won't take any time, shall we? Well, I guess I should start with an apology.
Really? Have you done something that I'm not aware of?
Oh, I was referring to my behavior the other night when I was accusing you and my husband of... It's very childish of me. Very childish. I hope you can forgive me.
To be quite honest, I've forgotten all about it.
See, it's Lionel. Well, no, it's not really Lionel. It's my jealousy of him. Actually, it is Lionel. He has this great eye for beautiful women, and I must say you are a very beautiful woman.
Well, thank you very much. And as far as your husband goes, his charms are obvious. But I am not at all interested.
Yes, but you see, I would expect you to sort of go for the jet set type. Must be very lonely, traveling around. I know I just dread going into hotel rooms alone. All those warnings about locking your door and bolting it. Doesn't give one a great sense of security, does it?
That's why I prefer to never travel alone.
Oh, how nice. So you travel with a companion?
Yes, I travel quite extensively with my stepson. Perhaps you've heard of him. His name is Dr. Marcello Armanti. He's a very prominent psychiatrist in Europe.
A psychiatrist, you say? Well, how does he have time to leave his patients behind?
His practice is very specialized.
Really? Well, I'd love to meet him.
Perhaps we can arrange it.
Maybe I could have a small, intimate dinner party at our house. I could invite some of my more socially prominent friends and ask Lionel. I know he always loves a good party, and I'm sure he'd love to see you again. Well, I see your friend isn't showing up.
My friend?
The one you came to meet.
Yes, you're right. But at least this has given us a chance to chat, and I find it quite pleasurable.
It has, hasn't it? Well, I must admit, when I first saw you, I did have a pang of jealousy, but now that we've talked, I feel maybe we could become friends.
I'd like that.
Just don't try to go near my husband. I'd hate to think of what I might do if someone tried to take him away from me.
You have nothing to fear from me.
But fear itself. Right, Contessa?
Yes, Cruz. He just left. Maybe I can catch him. Hang on. Mason!
Yeah?
Come back! It's Cruz!
What does he want?
I don't know. He said it was important.
Maybe it's about Joe and Kelly. Yeah, Cruz, what is it? What kind of gun? And Peter's prints? Ah, you know what that means, don't you? Not only is Peter alive, but he's armed. No, what about Joe and Kelly? Has anybody found them? Well, why not, damn it? All right, yeah, I'm on my way. Remember that robbery I told you about? Automatic pistol was taken.
Did they think it was Peter?
They found fingerprints on the boxes. Forensics called it a perfect match.
And he's out there, and with a gun.
Yeah. I'll give you one guess as to his targets. Wherever they are, you better start praying it's somewhere safe. Gotta get down there.
I'm supposed to know it's gonna be 40 degrees.
The wind is blowing right through me.
We're alone. That's the important thing.
You're running up to the dad. You look so funny.
Hey, I don't litter. You better know that about me.
I thought you were going to run to the fountain after it. I did.
Yeah?
Then you just wouldn't have been cold.
Most women would have been very impressed by this conscientious act of selflessness.
Yeah, well, I still think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Thanks for trying, though, bud. I don't know. Now we're not going to get to have a picnic until summer.
No, I don't believe this. You're not giving up this easy.
Joe, it's freezing out here.
We'll have a picnic in there.
In the car?
Yeah, it's warm. It's comfortable. It's cozy. Yes, definitely very cozy. All right.
I don't know.
You don't want me touching you?
No, it's not that. I guess I need more time, that's all.
Sure. I understand.
Joe?
He got off too easy, killing himself. He should have been made to suffer. Someone should have made him see what he'd done, made him face it, made him pay for it.
Joe, you can't think of it that way.
Look what he did to you.
I'll be all right. In time, all right? You just have to be patient with me.
Patient. Yeah.
Look, he's dead. He's out of our lives now. We don't have to think about it anymore. Wasn't this supposed to be a celebration? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we take this blanket at home, lay it out, and have a picnic there, okay?
I'd like that.
Okay, good. Get in. Joe, I do love you, you know.
Not as much as I love you. Nobody has ever loved anybody the way I love you. Nobody.
Bang, bang. You're dead.
Kelly, is that you? Must have forgotten your key, huh?
Open up, police! Mrs. Perkins, are you in there? Look, we're sorry, ma'am, but we have orders to escort you back to the Capwell estate. Cruz Castillo sent us. Mrs. Perkins? Mrs. Perkins, are you in there?
Look, Frank, obviously there's nobody here.
I tell you, I heard something.
So why isn't she answering the door?
Maybe she can't.
All right, bust it in if you think you got cause.
Better radio in first. 1 Baker 7, calling dispatch. Request instructions at 1200 Anapamu. Perkins girl not answering door. Should we use force and enter?
Fools. They don't want to keep me from Kelly. I'll already tell you what the answer is.
1 Baker 7, your instructions are to not enter the premises. Instead, you are to take a position in front of the building. Keep watch on it until further orders come in.
1 Baker 7, Roger.
Did I tell you?
Okay, so you're a genius. Let's go.
I don't care what he said. I don't want anyone in this hotel talking to the press unless it is cleared with me first. You understand?
Cece,
Augusta.
I hope you're not rushing off. There's someone I'd like you to meet, and I'm expecting her very soon.
Well, I do have some business with the hotel accountants.
Oh, please. Well, it'd be quite fascinating and much more interesting than some boring old accountant.
All right, Augusta, a couple of minutes.
And, you know, I forgot to mention congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. I understand she's a very charming lady.
She is.
Well, you surprised us all, Cece.
Augusta, if you're fishing around for an invitation to the wedding, I'm going to have to disappoint you. We plan a very small private affair. Just family and close friends.
Ah, well, I guess that leaves out the Lockridges.
Yes, it will.
You do have a way of getting down to things, don't you?
I don't see any sense in pretending cordiality.
I suppose you're very disappointed in the fact that Lionel's out of jail.
I wouldn't say disappointed.
Oh, you can't hide the truth from me. You thought you'd found your son's killer. And best of all, that it was a Lockridge. I can imagine your shock when you found out it was Peter Flint, a man you almost welcomed into your own family.
Augusta, if you're through, I do have to get back to work.
Don't you think that you owe us an apology?
An apology? I can't think of what for.
My husband was in jail for 2 months thanks to you. I think you at least could apologize.
That was not my mistake.
No, just your vendetta.
Augusta, I owe your husband nothing. Now, it's true he may have been let off this one crime, but I am still waiting to hear an explanation of what happened to Sophia.
Sophia?
Yes, Sophia, my wife. The woman your husband supposedly had an affair with.
Shh. Keep your voice down. You wouldn't want to advertise it to everyone.
What difference does it make? The whole town knows anyway.
Well, if I could forgive Lionel, certainly you can.
First of all, I am not admitting that there was an affair at all. In fact, I don't believe Sophia could have been capable of such a thing.
Really? Then what makes you so angry?
The real fact, that Lionel was responsible for her death.
Her death? Well, I certainly hope you have some proof for this accusation.
Now, let me put it this way. I am very close.
Oh, Cece, my darling. You don't know how close you are.
Just because it's inside doesn't mean it can't be a picnic.
Obviously, this is a question of semantics.
A picnic is wherever you want to make it.
No, only if it's outside. If it's inside, it's something else. It's something completely different.
What?
Never mind. Listen, do you have your keys? I'm kind of loaded down with stuff here.
Hang on a second.
How we doing?
I'm getting there. Hang on.
Women in their purses. I swear, if I ever need a place to hide anything, it'll be in your purse.
It's your own purse.
Oh, yeah, right. Me and my purse.
I think you'd look kind of good with one. I know all the pro football players have them.
Oh, really? And how, pray tell, do you know that?
I watch TV, all right?
Not the same programs I do. The door, please.
No,
Oh, I see. We're going to have our picnic out here.
not a bad idea.
Kelly, these things are not exactly light.
Seems to me you were the one that insisted on raiding your mother's refrigerator.
She's come to expect that every time I stop by. Now, would you quit kidding around and open the door?
Not till you say 3 magic words.
I love you.
Right on this first guess.
Should we try for a second?
I think so.
Oh, thank God I found you. You don't know how worried I've been.
Can't anybody get any privacy around here?
Joe, the coroner made a mistake. The body wasn't Peter's. He's still alive, probably armed.
Alive?
No way. You got to be kidding me.
I wouldn't kid about something like that.
What's he armed with?
Stole an automatic pistol from a warehouse.
What are we gonna do?
Well, for starters, I'm going to get you back over to Dad's estate. I can control the security better over there.
I don't believe this.
Look, it's only a matter of time before somebody spots him. He's wounded, dirty, probably hungry and tired. Eventually, somebody's going to find him.
All right, there's only one problem with your plan.
The party at your mother's house. I know about that.
Right, what are we going to do? Call it off?
Well, if that's what you want to do.
Or
I can have the police escort you back over there. They can keep an eye on the place, the surrounding area.
Well, it's up to you, babe. What do you want to do? We can always postpone it to another night.
No, Amy went through too much trouble. We might as well go.
All right, I'll arrange for the protection.
Are you sure about this, Kelly?
Yeah, as long as Mason's really there, I think we'll be all right. So, let's see everybody.
Okay, Mason, do your thing.
Come on, I got a car downstairs.
Oh, wait, Mason, can I get a few things first?
All right, but don't dawdle.
All right, wait in the car. We'll be right there.
Personne ne s'est montré.
No, maybe they were frightened away by that nosy Augusta Lockridge.
What was she doing there?
I'm not sure. Maybe she's become a lush on top of her other many weaknesses. The whole thing made me very uncomfortable.
Brace yourself. It looks like it's going to get worse.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't be so reluctant. It'll only take a second. Cece?
Augusta, I've been trying to tell you that I already know the Contessa.
You do?
Yes, we've chatted on several occasions. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Capwell.
You're looking marvelous as usual.
Thank you. May I introduce my stepson? This is Dr. Marcello Armonte. This is Mrs. Augusta Lockridge and Mr. C.C. Capwell.
How do you do? Ah, the psychiatrist. Your stepmother's been telling me a lot about you.
She has she?
Doctor, it's very nice to meet you.
Yes.
Contessa, I hope your accommodations are satisfactory. I've given our staff the alert to give you the best service we have.
Everyone has been very cordial.
You don't know how lucky you are. C.C. Capwell doesn't lend his presidential suite to just anyone.
Only those with impressive credentials, such as yours, Contessa.
Oh, isn't he charming?
Yes, he is. Mr. Capwell, I would like to know how your daughter Kelly is. We've read in the papers that she is all right. Is this true?
She's fine, given some time.
It's a terrible ordeal for any person to go through, yes.
Well, she's a strong girl, and with the help of her husband, I'm sure she'll be all right.
At least you're finished with that dreadful killer.
Peter Flint. I'm afraid we're not done with him. In fact, I've just heard that he is still somewhere in town and that Kelly is still in jeopardy.
No, wait a minute. I heard that there was a suicide note and they'd found a body.
Unfortunately, it was the wrong body. And we're having trouble now trying to find Kelly to warn her. Please, if any of you see her, would you tell her to come directly to my house? I have security set up there.
We just saw her at the State Street bar, but she left. Of course, if we see her again, we will warn her immediately, yes.
Thank you. The police are looking for her, so I'm sure everything will be all right.
You didn't tell me about this, Cece.
You didn't ask. Please, everyone, excuse me. I do have to get back to my work.
Mr. Capwell, excuse me. Would you wait just a minute? I would like to offer any help I can for Kelly. I've met her on a few occasions, and she's an extraordinary young woman.
Your stepmother says you perform a sort of specialized psychiatry. I didn't know that sort of thing existed.
Well, there are many facets of psychiatry catering to the many facets of the human mind.
You seem to be very attached to your stepmother as a psychiatrist. How do you explain that?
That's easy. I like her.
Oh, and you're able to just leave your practice behind.
Oh, no, you see, I take my practice with me, sort of like the traveling salesman so popular in this country.
I imagine you fetch a very handsome price.
Unlike many in my profession, I work for the self-satisfaction of helping a person through their troubles. Because of my background, money has never been an object.
How fascinatingly humble of you.
Yes, isn't it?
Contessa, please let me understand. You are offering your stepson's services.
No one could be any better for her.
Well, I must admit that I am impressed by his credentials, and probably Kelly will need some help.
Martello calls it counseling.
And he has taken care of this sort of thing before?
Oh, extensively.
Well, I want to check into his background further, and if he is as good as you say he is, then I will consider it. But right now, I'm concerned for Kelly's physical being.
Yes, of course, Joanne, I don't mean to detain you. I just want to offer any assistance I can. When you have a daughter as special as Kelly is, you must protect her.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Let's see now. If she is a contessa, then what does that make you? A count? A baron? I always get very confused by all those titles, although I must tell you, the idea of being a lady this or a lady that just really does appeal to me. Marcello, are you listening to me?
I'm so sorry. I just remembered a phone call that I have to make. Please, it was very nice to have met you, Mrs. Lockridge. I hope we have the chance to talk again. And goodbye.
Yes, I do too.
Come on, I know you're in there.
Peter, from my closet.
Hello, Amy. I'm here for the party. I hope I'm not too early.
Je ne vais pas paniquer cette fois. Est-ce que je cherche?
And I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of it.
Now you're talking.
I mean, he can't go on much longer, you know. There's no way.
They're gonna get him this time. I know it. Mason and Cruz, they got everybody available out on the street looking for him. It's just a matter of time.
Think it's a good idea, us going to this party?
You bet I do. It's telling Peter and the whole world that we're not scared anymore. I'll tell you what. They'll have Peter behind bars before morning.
Wait a second. I knew I smelled something.
What?
This is the perfume.
My God, you're right.
This is the perfume he used, Joe. He was here, and now I was. Oh, no.
Go ahead, sit down. We might have a little wait.
Why are you here?
Party. Why else?
No one wants to hurt you, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be a lot of people coming over here. What are you going to do?
Wait. Wait for my bride. She is on the guest list, isn't she?
Who? I don't know who you...
Kelly, my wife, of course. We've been apart a couple of days now. Thought I might surprise her. Think she'll be surprised to see me?
Oh, yes, I'm sure she'll be very surprised.
That's good. I like surprises. Almost as much as I like parties.